This video is to help you with perfectionism, wherever it shows up for you in your life, because wherever it does, it will be slowing you down, costing you time, and keeping you from what really matters to you. So I record one of these videos every week. I think of them as little extra tidbits of support for my clients and bite-sized bits of coaching for anyone on my email list or who follows me on social media. And I usually just decide what to talk about based on what I feel like sharing this particular week and just what I think would be helpful. But this week I found myself going back and forth on what to record. And there's lots of options. I have lots of kind of issues and topics that I've been coaching my clients on this week. I have a list of ideas that I keep whenever I think of something that would be good to record a few minutes on. But I just found myself second guessing and questioning them all. So, like, well, maybe this one's not interesting enough, or maybe I should go with this one, but it wouldn't really be relevant to everybody. Or maybe this one's too similar to one that I've done before. And then I caught myself and I realized the thing that I wanted to talk about was perfectionism, because that was what was coming up for me. So perfectionism comes up in lots of different ways and lots of different places. And this is what it does. It slows us down. So rather than getting on and recording something like I am now to share with you, I was in my head and I kept going back to the list and sort of picking an idea and then abandoning it. And it usually has us like focusing on unimportant detail versus what really matters. In this case, was recording something helpful to share with you. So think about where perfectionism comes up for you in your life. If it does, it probably comes up in more than one place, but find an example to hold in mind. And I'm going to talk you through a few different things that you can do to tackle it. So it could be an example from your personal life. It might be coming up in your home life or your social life. It could be your professional life, so coming up in your day-to-day work or a particular project that you're working on. Think about, where are you spending more time on something than you would ideally like to be? Where are you not finishing something, or maybe not even getting started with something because you don't feel you've got enough time, you've not got the right resources, or for whatever reason, you just don't think that you can get it done to the standard that you want it to be at. And think about, where are you sacrificing what really matters in order to spend time on less important detail? So once you have your example, the first thing that's really helpful is just figuring out what the perfectionism is about in this specific instance. And a really simple way of doing that is just to ask yourself, if this isn't perfect, what does that mean? So what are you worried might happen? And what might it say about you? So usually perfectionism is the brain's way of helping us to feel a certain way and to be able to see ourselves a certain way. So in this example, for me with these videos, my brain wants me to be focused on finding the perfect topic. So then the video might be good, it might be interesting, people might like it, they might like me. I might be able to tell myself I'm doing a good job, my content is valuable, and feel really proud and worthwhile. It doesn't want me to pick a duff topic and be able to tell myself that the video is not that interesting, it's not that helpful, I'm not doing a really good job, and feel rubbish and inadequate. Somebody else who is perhaps working late, their brain might be telling them that they need to get their emails done by the end of the day, so that then they can tell themselves they're up to date, they're caught up, and they're efficient, they're effective, and they feel in control, rather than not replying to someone's email and worrying about what that person might be thinking about that and about them. So what is it for you in the example that you've chosen? What is the perfectionism about? And that awareness there is half the game. Because once you're onto your brain and you know what it's about, you're aware of it, The next time it comes up, you'll be able to catch it like I did. And then the next thing that we need to be able to access is a willingness to just go, to decide, to record, to share, to send, to stop, to finish, whatever is the version for you of picking the topic, recording the video, and sharing it. What's the version of you doing it at 70 or 80% versus 100%? What's the version where you focus on what really matters and less on the specific, less important detail? You will know what this is. You will know what the non-perfectionist version of this thing is. So then the third thing that we need to think about is just supporting ourselves to do that. Because just remember that your brain thinks that it needs to be perfect, it needs to be 100% in order for you to feel safe and good enough in whatever specific way you found that's coming up for you here. It's wrong, it doesn't, but this takes a bit of getting used to, it takes time for your brain to realize. And so just offer a little bit of kindness and compassion to that part of you that thinks that this 70 or 80% idea is a really bad one. That part of you just needs a little bit of reassurance, a little bit of encouragement, and you can give that to yourself. Okay, so then the final thing that I want to invite you to do is to broaden this out. So I've asked you to focus on a specific example, but because this is something that does need practicing, that does get more comfortable the more we do it, I have a little game that I like to play to help with that. And the game is called What Can I Get Away With? And the rules are really simple. You just keep asking yourself that question and seeing what you can get away with. So you can invite someone to play with you, a friend, a colleague, family member, or you can play on your own. Pick a time period to play in. So it could be today, it could be this weekend, it could be a whole week, and just see what you can get away with. So maybe what can you get away with just not doing at all? Or what can you get away with doing at 70% of your usual effort? What can you get away with doing at 50% or less? And if you want to play with me, I would love that. Just get in touch and tell me what things you're getting away with, and I'll respond and I'll share some of mine. And I'll just keep playing as long as any of you are playing with me. So there you have it. That is my imperfect bite-sized coaching video on perfectionism. I do hope it's helpful, and I'll see you again soon.